Want to know how to get to the front of the airport security line in a flash? I mean, like celebrity speed? I got you. Dr. G, that's me. Stay tuned. Welcome back to The Radiator with Dr. G, bringing you practical solutions to help you live your best life. So, this is our third travel video that we're bringing you. Like, share, subscribe, because sharing is caring. So, last week we talked about, in the last video, we talked about how you could ship your box, your magic box, and not have to pay baggage fees. One thing that I didn't tell you was that Southwest Airlines, you can get 2 free bags. Whenever you fly on Southwest, you get 2 free bags no matter what. So that's how that goes. But today, I'm going to talk to you about how to get to the front of the security line and be stress-free. Want to hear it? Here it go. Now, it's a lot of different ways that you can get to the front of the security line. I've been traveling for a very, very long time, and all of these things I have done. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the excuse me. So when there's a long, long line, you can always say, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. And most of the time, people will move for you. And you can just excuse your way all the way up to the front of the line. Now, you might get some strange looks, but generally, it works. So that's way number 1. I don't recommend it. Well, I could recommend it, but you have to gauge the energy in the crowd to see if they will let you through. Because sometimes people are late for their flights, and people will just let them pass. And so if someone asks, you could be like, I'm late for my flight. You're on the mercy of the people, and that works. Another thing that I have tried and I have been successful at is the excuse me method, but then I find somebody that I look at the front of the line, and I'm like, well, that's my people right there, and I say, excuse me, and I make my way over to that person over there, and no one asks any questions. The third way is the Charitable Exchange. Now, it still requires you to say, excuse me, and this I have done on more than one occasion. You got $20 for your trip, excuse me, and then the place that you land, the person that you get to that's closest to the front of the line that you feel like might be receptive to your Charitable Exchange, you say, excuse me, and you quietly say, may I please cut in front of you in the front of the line? And then you deposit that charitable 20 in their hand, and generally that works. So the fourth way is getting TSA PreCheck. Now, TSA PreCheck, I believe, is $85 for, it might be 5 years or something. And so you have to go to a place where you sign up and they run your background check and then they give you your results. But the thing about TSA PreCheck is that you might not get it. So there's no free refund on your money. You pay the $85. It's a crapshoot. But if you're an upstanding citizen, you should have no problems. You should be able to get TSA PreCheck. You get in the PreCheck line, and everything is rock and roll. But the last way is the way that I have found that works best for me. Follow the blue brick road. Follow the blue brick road. And it is the blue brick road to Clear. Clear is where they take your eye, they screen your eye, and they take your fingerprints. And they are at most of the major airports. I know they're here at the Atlanta airport. They're in Detroit. It's actually where I signed up in Detroit. One day I was coming home. I signed up at the Detroit airport. There was a young man that was selling Clear, and he was actually a very, very good salesman, because you have to be a good salesman to get me to spend my money with you. But he pulled me to the side and he asked me if I wanted to be able to get to the front of the security line. He said it would only take 5 minutes for me to sign up. I signed up. There was a 2-month free trial that made it even better. As soon as I finished, I gave they scanned my eye. They took my fingerprints. I was all good. So they have a very, very quick system. I was able to go directly to the front of the line. So he walked me over to where the person is that's taking your ID. I was the next person in line. He showed them my ticket, and they were like, okay, come. And there were other people on the other side in the line, and they may have had TSA PreCheck. They may have been just regular screens, but I cut past all those people. And one of the things that the young man told me that sold me the clear pass was that recently Ludacris and Rick Ross were in the Detroit airport, and he also was able to get them to sign up. So I know that celebrities, and I've been in the line and I've seen some other people, some celebrities other than myself, going through the clear line. Now, the thing about clear, as I tell you about all the different money saving tips, but this is going to save you time, so it's going to save you money. It costs, I think, $150 for the year, unless you have Delta Sky Miles. Now, if you are a Delta Sky Miles member, it costs $99 for the people that have the lower, I think just the medallion members. But then the people that have higher level Delta, they are able to get tickets. No, they're able to get clear, I think, and not pay anything. But the good thing, I think that clear is a really, really good investment. I have had no problems. I have been, and more people are finding out about it. So it might be maybe 5 people in line sometimes, 10 people in line. But I've been in the airport where it might have been 6 or 7 people in the clear line, but it was 150 people in the TSA PreCheck line that I just walked right past. And then in the line that was next to me, it may have been 20 or 30 people, but I just went to clear. I gave my fingerprints, and you just float on through. The $99 that you pay if you are a Delta Sky Miles member is for 1 year, so it's for 12 months. But the cool thing about that is you can sign up, I think maybe 5 family members, at least 4 other family members, and all they have to pay is $50 to get the clear membership. But it all has to go on the same credit card. So if you were the person, the initial person, and then you had children, and I think it's the same for children too, $50 for any extra person in your family, and then you're good to go. Now, I'll tell you about another tip that I learned in the airport. It is that you can still get, once upon a time, you were able to just go with your family to the gate. Now, well, since 9/11, they cut all those shenanigans out. So, you know, the airport used to be a fun place to go where you could go, at least when in my city, I could go with my family and see them off. You could go all the way to the gate and watch the airplanes take off. But no, there's no more of that. However, if you are, and let me give you another way that you can cut the line. And this goes with the story that I'm telling you as well. If you're handicapped, you also, and at some points in my life, I have had surgery and I've been flying and I have been handicapped, and I was able to go to the front of the security line. But, you know, everybody's not handicapped and that doesn't work for everyone. But another thing that you can do, if you do have someone that is handicapped, a couple months ago, my mother was here and she had surgery and it was time for her to go home. I was charged with the task of taking her to the airport, and I wanted to go to the gate with her. So I asked them, before the people with the wheelchair, we got a wheelchair where I could push her. I asked them if I could take her. And so they were going to take her, but they said, no, you can't take her, but you have to get a gate pass. So I was able to go to the ticket counter and get a gate pass. And I was able to take my mother, push her, take her through the airport, through security, on the train, to the gate, and leave her before, but that not before we had lunch and drinks before she got on her plane. So if you get a gate pass, whether you have someone that is handicapped or a small child and you don't want to give them over to someone in the airport to take them, you can request a gate pass, and that will allow you to go through the airport security and to the gate with the people that are in your family. So those are my tips today for how to get through security like a celebrity and not stand in the long, long line. Thank you so much for watching. The Radiator with Dr. G. That's me. And remember to like, share, and subscribe, because I have more things for you and we need to get subscribers so we can keep it moving. The next time that I see you, I'll be telling you about how to not pay fees on concert tickets. Have a great day.